Right, 18 to 20% cut in their EPS estimates, and as a result of which the target price has been cut, the stock down 9%. Jay, your thoughts on the diagnostic space, if you have any views on, the pharmaceutical space as well?
Yeah, pharma stocks have been a little bit of disappointment. I had expected sometime in September, the index to scale somewhere close to 14,000. It fell slightly short of that and then started reversing. When it comes to diagnostics, I'm even slightly negative on Dr. Lalpath. So, from a medium-term perspective, it's still got pending downsides from my opinion. But, as long as it stays above 2250, it's a bit safe. But if below 2250, Lalpath Labs starts a medium-term correction somewhere close to about 1800 or slightly lower.
Jay, do stay on. Need to slip into a very short break. We'll come back with more questions for you, as well as the closing of the market today. Welcome back in conversation with Jay Bala of cashthechaos.com. Jay, I wanted to get in a couple of trading ideas from you. State Bank of India, ITC. These are some stocks which you've identified for us.
Yeah, see, State Bank of India, it's not a fresh trade. If you're holding on, hold it with a stop of about 590. It's a trailing stop. It's possibly got fresh highs to come through. When it comes to ITC, it's starting to look like start of a short-term correction. But what we don't want to see ITC do, if you're bullish on the market, is that cave in below 334, somewhere below 351, 355. If it does that, that will point to the start of a short-term correction somewhere close to 280. But still a lot of price action left to be done. At the moment, it's just a watch. So keep track of these levels that have been mentioned.
All right, Jay, shorter conversation. We had a few more things to touch upon, but we'll do it next time. Thank you very much for joining us, Jay. I appreciate your thoughts on the market as always. But 40 points or so is what the Nifty will end higher with. So 18,605 is where we leave off. In terms of the Bank Nifty, it actually was worse off than the Nifty. Barely ending in the green. Mid caps and small caps down 0.5% and 0.75%. So even worse. Market breadth, flipped to declines more than advances. Losers more than number of losers, more than number of gainers. FMCG perhaps is the only sector which stood out with gains in names like HUL, Dabur, Marico. And metals is another area which did quite okay. Prima.
Well, Paytm, Bandhan Bank on the back of the CLSA upgrades. These stocks were higher in trade. Dabur, which you highlighted, they're getting into the D2C business. Dabur ending with gains of about 6.5%. Gland Pharma was a big mover, a potential deal with Fosun Biotech Wabag, a company that we had a chat with earlier. Also, the stock seeing significant gains. On the losing side, Laurus Laboratories down 10% on the back of a Kotak downgrade. All Cargo Logistics declined on very large volumes. Ircon, after the 35% run-up in this month itself, it's coming for some amount of profit booking. A couple of these big volume buzzers include New India Assurance. Volumes today are nearly 20 times the kind of volumes that we typically see, and a block deal in names like Delivery as well as Prism Johnson pushed up these stocks higher, particularly in the second half of the trading session. All in all, the indices are off from the trading, from the session highs, but the Nifty is going to hold on to that 18,600 mark. The mid-cap index underperforms with the index lower by 0.5% and the advanced decline ratio in favor of the losing side. That's a wrap on Closing Bell. Our Tuesday special Commodity Champions comes up next.